Hello everyone and welcome to the LSI F1 World Championship. We're today for the Dutch Grand Prix round 9, almost to the double digits, coming towards the end of the season. And maybe I'll finally get the instance sorted, but finally we are here. I think they're going to have to back up because Heisler is only just going for full send. And they will now try and go for pole position if they can. They haven't set a lap, so it's all or nothing for Heisler. Not made it easy for himself whatsoever. First corner coming up, what can he do? Not too bad at all. Pretty tidy. Maybe a little bit too far away from the inside of the apex, but other than that, it's pretty decent. Full send through here, up the banking, and on the exit, nice and smooth on the throttle. No corrections, that's absolutely perfect. Minimise the resistance as you go through the twisty section, the little S's. Down the hill, downshifting to use the engine braking, try and avoid lifting off the throttle if you can. Once again, just trusting the downforce in the car that you have to run, riding it all the way to the outside line, and then once again bringing it as far to the right as you can on the track to open up the corner. DRS available, and then we go to the final chicane where you want to brake as late as you possibly can, cut the corner on the inside a little bit, wait for the inside on the left, and then turn, of course, and, you know, drive a car, basically. On the exit, DRS available, and now you've got a bit of a run until you get to the line, holding it nice and tight to the inside to minimise that distance yet again across the line for Heisler, and that is going to be provisional pole. Pursoon cannot beat it in the end, although he got so close. Zingy, what can he do as he comes down the final corner? Can he take pole position back? And he can! That is a brilliant job. A 3.39 indeed from him. That's Mikash into P4, Peanuts P5. And can anybody else do any better and get to Zingy in any way possible? His teammate will come around the final corner. What's it going to be for Niverjan? That's going to be P4. And that will be qualifying finally over. Zingy takes pole position, Heisler in P2, and then Pursoon in P3. That's the rest of the grid. Ready, hold, go! Who's going to get it into turn one? We are away. Zingy on pole position, Heisler in P2 Pursoon. Can they get a good start? No, it's Nifojan on the inside line, and he's going to be the leading Dutch driver. He's not for long, though, as Heisler gets back through. Can he get it on the inside? I think he might be able to, but it's shortly going to become the outside. A switchback is available, but he's kind of blocked by Pursoon. He's now going to have to blast his ERS if he wants to get through, but I don't think he will. He's going to have to back off. That is going to be that. A perfect start there for Zingy. Heisler just about holding on to that P2 that he got, but Pursoon caught napping from Nifojan, who sent it on the inside. Once again, Nifojan's showing how good they are at race starts. Perfect stuff from him. We got Peanuts, Mikash, and Becken. Peanuts managing to get in front. Oh no, and that's Pursoon. Pursoon is round. Does he have damage? I don't think he does. He just about missed the inside wall, if not just tapped it very lightly and didn't get any damage. Unfortunately, that's Devon Young and Jack Lever dropping back a little bit. But as we come around the final corner, that is your race leader, Zingy, 0.6 seconds in front. Pursoon not able to get close enough. The DRS train is absolutely killer around this circuit. The lead of this train is Peanuts in P4 at the moment. He's just trying to hang on to DRS, and that is unfortunately Tom Brain around, and that is going to be him bottoming out on the curb and sent to the Shadow Realm. That will allow everybody to overtake. He's going to rejoin, and he will only not lose out to Jack Lever. Everybody else, unfortunately, will pass him. These guys are fighting. Actually, Nifojan loses out to Heisler, and Heisler catches back up to Zingy after momentarily losing out there. And that is going to be Mikash finally going for that move. Will Becken try and get involved? I think he's going to let his teammate go. Now, Mikash, can he catch up to the top three? Can he push Nifojan a bit harder so he can catch up? I'm not entirely sure. The top three stay as they are. That is going to be a yellow flag for Sidewinder as he unfortunately goes off just on the exit of, is that turn 10? And here we go, maybe a move for the lead. He's not going to go for it. Lap 9 out of 36, nowhere near getting a pit stop in. Why would you go for an overtake at this point in the race? It's no point. Inside move there for Devon Young. Devon Young going to go for the lead of the train over Dave Raptors. Dave Raptors, these guys have been fighting so much in the EU Championship, and that is going to be Tom Brainer retiring and causing a safety car. A full safety car is deployed. He was in this battle. He's not in the battle anymore. And that does mean it's going to be time for a strategy change. Zingy's the one to go for the restart, and Heischler is the one to react. When will he go for it? We know Zingy, he likes to go very, very early on. Allows the car to bunch up and stack up on one another. The safety car's still got a bit of a way to go though, so they're not going to have much choice to do anything. They're just fake weaving those tyres just to make it a little bit unpredictable. Safety car into the pit lane just about now, and he's already gone for the restart very, very early. Perfect stuff there from Zingy. Did Nifferjan react well? He didn't react badly at all. So that is a decent gap there immediately that Zingy's managed to make. Nifferjan not going to be close enough. Everybody on absolutely a maximum ERS, and that's Bassoon going for the move on the hard tyre. On a medium tyre runner. Fresh tyres, by the way. He's on the inside line. He's going full send, side by side. Perfect between the two. And on the exit, he's going to have to leave the space as well. The traction down, and it's going to be available for the hard tyre just about. That is the F1.5 EU champion of the last season for you. Awesome job. Great to see him back. That is P5 for now on the hard tyre. He is looking for this win. Everybody fairly close to one another, but not close enough to really make any overtakes. We could see a bit of a battle here between Devon Young and Robbo, but nope, they will stay as they are. On the exit though, that is going to be Devon Young, nice and close, almost interlocking tyres, both drivers. They go side by side through the S's to the outside line. That will be Devon Young, almost pushed off the circuit between the two. A switchback isn't available. There's a love tap right there. That is going to be Robbo just about holding on to the position. They're going to have a lot of pressure from behind as they will probably be attacked by the Alfa Romeo. That being said, the Alfa Romeo has dropped back a little bit. DRS isn't available, and they do have an Aston on their tail, so they're going to have to push to the absolute maximum. Here we go, the Swedish driver to the outside line. Peanuts, can he get the job done? Go around the outside? No, he can't. Well defended there from the Alfa Romeo. And Bassoon will live to fight another day and try and get a second chance at going for a move here on Mikash. They're very close. They're not close enough. They do need a little bit more if they want to catch up to the top three. And, well, as long as they're in clean air and not the slower driver out of the train, then they can actually minimise their time loss and then come back later on. Eichler loses out a little bit to Zingy, and that does mean Nifferjan is very, very close, but still all within DRS range, so not possible to catch up too much. And Heischler will catch up a lot to Zingy into turn one, as he has the DRS to give him that advantage. But other than that, it's going to be as it is. That is going to be Bassoon to the inside, and a pretty straightforward move, I say, on Mikash. But Bassoon losing the rear very, very slightly. They hold it, and now let's see, do they have the pace in that car to break away with that medium tyre? They don't have the energy, that's for sure, so they've used a lot of resources to try and get past these cars. In the past, the harder tyre didn't do that badly because the softer tyre just got so hot. It was so difficult to manage. We're not going to get any overtakes this lap. It will just be as it is. We could get a possible send. We will get a send just there, but backing out as a little bit of contact, I think that was. Devon Young holds the car in a straight line, and he will continue. That's going to be Robbo into the wall, losing his front wing, and that is going to be him down the order, unfortunately. Zingy leads the way, and it's not that easy. There's a bit of a train behind. Nifferjan's thirsty as well. They're all looking for the toe, and that's almost contact. That's an opportunity spotted by Nifferjan. He's got the inside line, but he's going to have to back off at some point. He will not be able to get to the inside, but will be a mistake there for Heischler. And yet again, another opportunity here for Nifferjan. That's a yellow. Dave Raptor spins off in the background, but this is the battle to watch. Nifferjan just didn't get it on the exit. You are still waiting. You are still trying to keep concentration. and then spot an opportunity, which he might actually have now as he's using the energy. The DRS is available and he's got enough speed. He's going to have to get his teammate to defend to the inside, but instead Zingy's going to get double overtaken if he's not careful. His teammate backs out. There's contact between the McLaren and the AlphaTauri, and that is going to be Nifojan backing out but managing to get in front of Zingy, and out of a very, very, very weird overtake that just occurred, Heischler's come out on top. Nifojan's up to P2 and Zingy's in P3. That is going to be Nifojan looking for another overtake, not using as much ERS this time. They don't have too much available, but they have the DRS and the pure ability to go for it. That's Heischler misjudging the switchback, making contact with the back of Nifo and possibly receiving himself some damage if he's not careful. But I want to look at this, and I also want to acknowledge the fact that these guys fighting so hard has brought Pursoon back into this race, so this is only going to make it easier for him at the moment. DRS available here for Heischler. Is he going to go for the move on his on Nifojan? He will. His fellow countryman to the outside line looking for the switchback. Zingy's going to try and spot it on the inside line, prevents him from going for a move. Nifojan loses the car, but just about stays within this race. That returns the lead to Heischler there. Nifojan trying their best, but getting a little bit too trigger happy on that throttle, and that does allow a bit of a gap to form and bring Pursoon into the battle, into the DRS train, and in turn the entire grid, more or less. Of course, we have a couple cars off at the back, but more or less a lot of the grid are now with us. So that is going to be a 7 car train, all for the lead all of a sudden on lap 22 of the 36, and Pursoon is the lead hard tyre runner, and they have a huge advantage. No energy left for Nifojan. Zingy is going to make that move now, and that will be Heischler returning back to P2, and I don't think Nifojan will be able to make the move as well. They're not going to be able to work together and open a door for one another, so they will stay as they are, and we're back to the original order. But Pursoon, he can just relax even more, so slowly you'll start to see Pursoon's energy bar leveling up, just fueling back up. Percent will go up, and he will be able to go full pelt to the end of the Grand Prix compared to the rest of the grid, as they've had the less preferable pit stop window. Heischler isn't going to make the move on Zingy. I don't think they could make the move on Zingy. They're going to lose the car, and they're going to almost cause a crash as they brake a little bit too hard. They need to release the brake a bit earlier than that. That's what caused the rear locking. They've got to be careful that doesn't happen again, otherwise Nifojan could be caught in the wrong end of it, and Pursoon will be swooping through and having an even more likely chance at looking for the win. That is a pit stop there for Becken to go for a fastest lap, go for a soft tyre, unless everybody else is going to have to go for the softs at some point if they're going to get a puncture with their current situation. So if that is the case, Pursoon has got this easy. Heischler going defensive on Nifojan, that was. So Nifojan still wants to go through. They react well, as that is Heischler spinning the car, and there's all of a sudden going to be a plus 1 second gap between Zingy and Nifo, and that is going to be Zingy breaking away. DRS will not be available for Nifojan. That's going to be a very, I was going to say, easy move for Nifo to make, but actually, Pursoon to make, but actually Nifo did have DRS, but I don't think he's going to fight it. Lap 26 out of 36, and Pursoon has the DRS, and they are going to be able to catch up to Zingy and relax a little bit. That is going to be a pit stop there for Zingy. It has to happen. It has to happen. That is a crucial moment. Could we get another photo finish here in LSI for the second week in a row? We got a long way to go, but it's not impossible. And Pursoon is still having to defend because Nifojan's not giving in. He doesn't want to give up. He's still going to try and defend the position. He's going to try and help Zingy catch up. He wants Zingy to be able to fight for the win. He knows his tyres aren't going to be able to cope unless he's going to try and stay out all the way to the end. I'm not entirely sure. I'm wondering whether Nifo is either trying to not lose out to Pursoon and go for the move on the final lap and focus on himself, or is he trying to actually, yeah, I'll defend for Zingy, but I'm also going to try and get a good result here. I don't know. I think he might be going for the win himself, you know. We have just over 2 laps remaining of the Grand Prix, and then we will get to the closing stages. We will start the penultimate lap of the race. 3.3 seconds. Zingy's catching. It doesn't look like it will be enough. That is Pursoon breaking away all of a sudden as Niffo looked like they might have lost traction. They might have got a puncture. They go around the bank section and Pursoon lags back by 1.9 seconds. What has happened? I do not believe it. No way has that just happened. He's going to lag back behind Zingy. Nifojan, 3.3 seconds. The question is, can he hold on to the lead? And can he win in his home Grand Prix? He's got half a lap to go. Zingy has trying his best to gain all the time he can in the corners. This is the perfect sector. The middle sector is a brilliant opportunity for him to catch. But when you get past the next few corners, he's going to run out. He is going to run out big time. We're in exactly the same situation as we were before when Nifojan won the Grand Prix. But this time, Niffo is going to be a little bit further ahead. And he's going to be the one to win the Dutch Grand Prix. Niffo wins! Wins again. He returns to the top step of the podium. Zingy P2 to make it an AlphaTauri 1-2. And Pursoon will take a bittersweet podium. He wanted the podium previously. He's not going to want the podium there. He wanted the win. Niffo takes the win. Zingy in P2 with the fastest lap. Pursoon, Mikash Becken, Peanuts Devon Young, Heischler, Sidewinder Robbo, and Dave Raptors disconnecting with Tom Brainerd and Jack Lever DNFing earlier on in the Grand Prix.